I'm June Lethbridge again with your garden chat. When I meet someone and we chat about our gardens, I usually take a few notes and then promptly lose them. Well, I've lost the notes about my chat with Laurel Deason, but she did tell me that she remembered that in her last garden at Carnveen she grew the pale pink Escallonia apple blossom, which has a lot more delicate growth than the ones we use for hedging. I grow it in my garden, and there are also some at Crickdew which are smothered in these delicate pale pink flowers in summer. I'll have to talk with Laurel again sometime. On the same day as I spoke to Laurel, I came across Jill Osbourne in an empty post office with her nose in a plant catalogue. Apparently, she's getting quite excited about her plans for filling her relatively new garden at McFarlane's Downs from scratch. She made sure that she laid her lawns in first, and they are now maturing. She's aware that gardening at McFarlane's Downs will be a bit different from gardening in Trench Lane. The problem at Trench Lane was that everything drowned, and she knows that at McFarlane's Downs everything will probably be blown away. She's obviously a keen gardener, so I shall be very interested to find out what she chooses. So I should probably talk to her again to find out how she gets on. Seeing Jill with a catalogue sent me back to mine. They seem to be falling through the door every day. I like to try something different now and again, not always with success, but in a bunch of flowers I was given there were some eryngiums, which look like blue thistles, so I think I'll try some of those. If they grow, they will also be useful for flower arrangements. As I passed Sue Richards' house at Holy Vale on the way to Crickdew the other morning, she happened to be standing at the gate, so I said that I would come down one day to talk to her about her garden. Well, 10 minutes later, I'd found out that when she was cutting back her overgrown myrtle bush, she discovered a self-sown camellia, which probably came from the huge camellia tree in next door's garden, which was probably one of the first camellias grown on St. Mary's. It's even older than me. She also told me that her back garden was like a bog because of all the springs coming up there. My father's fields were behind her house, and I remember the well at the bottom of one of his fields, and when it was hot in the summer, he would dip a cup of water and drink from it. I don't think many people would do that nowadays. Back to things seeding themselves. Sue told me that one of her visitors had grown a seedling from a cone she took home from Holyvale Hill. She brought it back for Sue and Tim, who kept it in a pot for quite a while until they could find a space for this great big cedar of Lebanon tree. Tim duly planted it near the compost heap, and one day, when he was trimming, chopped it right off. Many of the plants I pulled up by mistake, but that's gardening for you. If you pass their garden in the summer, it's always lovely, with hydrangeas, pelargoniums especially, and a white abutilon, which flowers in the spring. Well, I'm off to look for small gardens. Goodbye for now.